I am on a quest to read every Star Wars novel ever written, because my master commands it. Today I will be exploring the depths of Maul Shadowhunter by Michael Reeves.
Oh, sorry, I had something in my throat there. This book, set right before the Phantom Menace, follows Darth Maul as he hunts down a defected Neimoidian who threatens to expose Lord Sidious's plans to blockade the planet Naboo, thus jeopardizing the Sith Grand Plan. This book is great, but in order to talk about it, I first need to talk about the medium I first read it in. See, I listened to this as an audiobook, as read by Sam Witwer, who you may know as the voice of Darth Maul in the Clone Wars, Rebels, etc., everything. And he did a phenomenal job. He brings the story to life with such vibrance, reading the entire book as though it were one long dramatic monologue. If you're a fan of Maul, or if you're interested in this book at all, I strongly encourage you to check out the audiobook version by Sam. You will not be disappointed. But onto the book itself, this book is a surprisingly compelling story considering that the ending is already a foregone conclusion. Someone is trying to expose Lord Sidious's plan to blockade Naboo, which we know isn't gonna happen. So it's tough to generate drama when we can already see exactly how it's going to end. But he created such a strong and likable cast of characters, from the roguish and kind of a mess Lauren Pavan, to his surprisingly self-aware and expressive droid I-5, to the Jedi duo of Darsha Asant and Anun Bandara. Lauren manages to find himself in possession of a Sith holocron containing the details of Sidious's plan, and Master Bandara and his Padawan Darsha assist Lorne and I-5 as they try to escape the terror that's pursuing them. Lorne in particular has a lot of charm to him. He's an absolute disaster, a drunk, a loser, but you can't help but like the guy as he manages to flail his way out of danger again and again. It reaches the point where even Maul starts to have a sort of begrudging respect for Lorne. Like, he's not particularly impressive, I don't know how he's still alive, but he is still alive, and that counts for something. Reeves does a great job of creating believable outs to every situation, so that Maul can get just close enough to completing his mission that things stay exciting, while giving our heroes just enough of a gap that they can manage to escape. Sometimes they get farther than others, but Maul always catches back up. And as he does, one of the strengths of this book is its portrayal of Maul. I'm not a big fan of some Maul material that makes him very much kill, 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 but this portrays him more like a panther stalking its prey. Incredibly dangerous, but also cunning. When he does fight, he relishes it, but he also finishes the fights quickly and decisively. I also appreciate that Reeves never gets excessively gory with anything. Sure, Maul kills quite a few people, and in quite a few varied ways, but it's never really excessive from a prose perspective. It still feels very much within the Star Wars range for violence, and I appreciate that. Another fun thing is that Obi-Wan gets a small role in this book. It amounts to little more than a cameo, but it's fun to see how close he comes to meeting Maul before their actual inevitable clash. The last thing I'll say is that I listened to this just a little bit after The Acolyte had finished airing, and it was pretty funny going from people complaining about how a Sith Lord being active at all 100 years before The Phantom Menace breaks the lore of the series, whereas this has Maul running around Coruscant slaughtering people. It's like a couple of weeks before The Phantom Menace. There is not a big gap here, but guess what? If everyone who sees them dies or is part of the conspiracy themselves, that's not a problem. And that's why I enjoyed this book tremendously. Well, it's not why, but it certainly contributed to it. I strongly recommend this to any Maul fans, and I give it an 8 out of 10.